Hello everyone, and welcome to another video for the Urban Forest Ecology Class being taught at Lasell Village. I am your host, Dr. Matthew K. Lau, and in this video we're going to be talking about some of the things we didn't finish covering in class number 3, namely the couple more things about the Tree of the Week, and then we're going to be covering the Find Your Forest assignment for this week, along with some additional tutorials on how to use the Arnold Arboretum's tree database, along with Google Street Maps, in order to search for and view trees that are available on the Arboretum campus. So first off, the tree of the week this week is the Dawn Redwood Meta Sequoia Glyptostroboides, shown here. And as a review, the key characteristics for the Dawn Redwood are this flared base, along with leaves that are flat in leaflets that are arranged opposite of each other. Okay, so if you have a tree with all those characteristics, that is most likely a Dawn Redwood. And the Dawn Redwood was thought to be an extinct tree that was first identified from fossil records dating back to 100 million years ago at the earliest. And it was, quote unquote, rediscovered in the 1940s by folks in China, botanists in China, as well as in the United States that were working in collaboration. And then it was actually brought back from near extinction because it had been nearly extirpated in its native range in China. And it was saved by the work of folks at arboretums. And then it because of its ability to take a wide variety of conditions that are present in the urban environment, it's become a really successful street tree. So actually, you see Dawn Redwoods all over the place, and just 70 years ago it was nearly extinct. So this is a great thing that the botanists and folks at these arboretums have done, including the Arnold Arboretum, which is for the most part, is in Jamaica Plain, just outside of Boston proper. That's right. I wanted to add something that I forgot to add in class, which is we had covered the Plants for a Future database, which goes over different characteristics of many different plants, has a lot of data on different information about plants, including many trees, including the Dawn Redwood. And you're more than welcome to go check it out. But one thing I discovered was there are no listed uses, culinary or medicinal, for the Dawn Redwood. And actually, I did a little exploring, and the Dawn Redwood is not held in high esteem even for its wood. Apparently, it's a really fast-growing tree, and it has low-density wood, and so it's not very good for even woodworking. But it is a beautiful tree, and so we can at least appreciate it visually, and for its various other aesthetic qualities. And one of the places where we can do that is at the Arnold Arboretum. And so now we're going to get to how to use the Arnold Arboretum's Tree Finder in order to explore the Arboretum without actually having to go there physically. Okay, so I'm just navigating to the Arnold Arboretum's website. And they have a massive database of trees. In addition to the physical collection that they have on site, they have a fantastic wealth of information. So I recommend checking out their website. A lot of great articles and different tools. But the tool I'm going to be focusing on today is this one, which can be found at the bottom of the home page. There's other ways to find it. You could Google for it or whatnot, but this is one way to find it. It's called their interactive map. So I'm just clicking on that. It'll take you to another interface. So there's the Arboretum. If I scroll up a bit, you can just see Jamaica Pond up there to the north of the Arboretum, just to give you a little frame of reference. All right, so this is the Arboretum, and here's, they have so much information there. The little flags that are present here, these little leaves and these little magnifying glasses, are just recent highlights that they posted. On the map. But what we're going to do is we're going to use the search feature, which is here. I'm just turning on my little highlighter. Oops. Right. So we want this little guy here, which is the search. So I'm just clicking on that. Opens up a new field. We want to search in map. Okay. Let me turn that off. Right. So we want, I think we can even search by common name, Dawn Redwood. Let's try that and see what we get. Actually didn't try this earlier, so. Well, and we actually get hits for that. So you can just search for common names in here, but more likely you're going to be successful if you search for the scientific names. So here, I'll search for Metasequoia, which is the genus. It's the only species in the genus Metasequoia. And we get the same results, right? So now we see a bunch of blue dots on the map. Those are all of the accessioned Dawn Redwoods that are present on the Arnold Arboretum campus. And you can see down the bottom, there's more information for them, including they have a plant and individual ID. This is the family that they're in. That's the scientific name. They have a common name, Dawn Redwood. And then they have a list of the conditions of the tree, a quadrangle location, or I guess it's just a site description, because here's another different, it's not just a quadrangle. And then the country of origin of the accession. So it looks like if we just scroll down here, all of these were their origin is China. Now, they might have been materials that were asexually propagated that were brought over and grown elsewhere, and then moved to the Arnold Arboretum. But this is the country, the original country that they're from. Okay, well, now that we have our little map of where they are in the Arboretum, you can zoom in and locate some that are of interest. So here, there's a nice cluster here in what's called the Explorer's Garden. It makes sense. There were many expeditions to China that led to the discovery of the Dawn Redwood. All right, so I just clicked on one. Here's some more information for that individual tree. No photos. More information here if you expand these little tabs. Okay, but you can explore that information yourselves when you check out the plants for yourselves in the database. But now what I'm going to do is we can actually cross-reference this based on location with the Google Street View. So let me go on over to Google Maps. All right. Now let's head on over to the Arnold Arboretum. Arboretum. All right. Kind of in a slightly different position. Let me zoom. All right, but so now you can see the paths are marked out. So this is a great so we can sort of pathfind our way or wayfind our way to the trees. So let's zoom in and see maybe there's some other information. Oh, here, this is great. So the Explorer's Garden is marked here, right? So we know our trees that we're interested, they're somewhere in here. So now we can zoom in a little bit more. Let me expand this. All right. So we know that somewhere in here is that little grove of trees. So let's turn on our street view. And we can see, oh, another set of trails popped up here. And so we can say, okay, well, let's see approximately based on, if we zoom in a little bit more, it looks like our trees are somewhere off of, so there's this main path that's coming through here, and there's a smaller path coming through here, and it looks like there's probably a path going up through here. So that's probably that set of paths that popped up when we turned on Street View. So let's drop in right here and see what we find. Ah, nice. So perfect. All right, so we're now down what looks like a little copse of Dawn Redwood trees. So let's move. We can move along this path and take a little look here. All right, so here we got these nice buttressed bases of flared bases of the Dawn, what looks like the Dawn Redwood. And it looks like, it's a little hard to tell from those leaves, but it looks like they're probably oppositely arranged. Let's see if we can get another view of those from closer up. Move ahead. Oh, maybe a little too far. See, there's other conifers down in here. Oh, but that's maybe a nice view right there. Yeah, that's great. So we can see these flat leaves or leaflets arranged opposite of each other. And that says Dawn Redwood, right? And so you can do this sort of visual cross-referencing to find your way to those trees as they're listed in the Arnold Arboretum's plant map database. And then you can go see them using Google Street View's database. And also, you could even just wander around with Google Street View and then find trees that may be of interest and then go back to the map and try and find the location and see what they might be. So either way, either if you're sort of just cruising around virtually inside the Arnold Arboretum, or you're looking at the plant map for the Arnold Arboretum, or if you happen to get a chance to head over to the Arnold Arboretum, use one of these tools in order to find some interesting trees that are interesting to you for whatever reason. And so this week, I would like for everyone who's interested to find a tree out there in the Arnold Arboretum, take a photo of it. If you're doing it virtually, get a screen grab or even just take a picture of your screen as long as you can see it clearly, and then email that to me, just like last week everyone sent me their photos. And this is a great way, I think, for us to get engaged and learn about these forests, even if you can't go there. And so I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you take a moment in order to participate this week in this Find Your Forest assignment. Happy hunting.